Welcome everybody to a brand new edition of On Cooldown, the weekly WoW news show where we talk news and also sometimes we have thoughts on different things regarding World of Warcraft. Yeah, because you know, our brain is on cooldown for a week, then we pop it off.
Pop that, let's go.
But we have to talk about the major thing. I know we're the last ones on the list to talk about this, but hey, we have a different angle on it because we kind of believe this happens on purpose. You know, the leak. The expansion leak, which
is... yeah, 100%. I mean, wouldn't be something new, wouldn't be something necessarily surprising, and we can definitely cover all aspects of it. But
before we get into it, make sure you like the video because it helps a lot. I mean, you don't even understand how much a like does for a YouTube video, especially in, you know, this algorithm craziness that happens right now. So, well, you like it if you do like the video. Yeah, if you don't like it,
you can still like it. It's fine.
Still hit the like button. It really helps out. And at the end, after you watch, you know, all of the shit, maybe you can leave a comment and, you know, we can chat about this shit.
Chatterino.
All right, let's go. So, we have a leak, which is 100% true. Why is it 100% true? Because why, Flame?
Well, it's been data mined already, and well, normally there's like a lot of technical issues and aspects of it as why would be what I consider to be 100% true is because it's very close to the expansion announcement, and there's not a lot of awareness.
That's not why, Flame. It is because it's been taken directly from Blizzard's page.
All right.
This is the thing, right? So somebody kind of like opened up the JavaScript from the World of Warcraft landing page, and they I don't know what the fuck they did. They Control F Dragon, I guess, and they found 3 titles. WoW Dragonflight. And those 3 titles are related to a base edition, a heroic edition, and an epic edition. This is from the official source. So somebody clearly fucked up once again in a major way because that shouldn't be there for the public to see. Or should it? Regardless, it's very interesting because on the same day, I think earlier actually, there was another image that popped up, I think on Reddit, and it was with some sort of work being done on promotional materials for WoW Dragonflight. There's Alexstrasza there, there's the brand new World of Warcraft Dragonflight logo, and it looks pretty legit. It's very interesting coinkydink that after a couple of hours after that leaked, we have the webpage situation with, and you know how it goes, right? At this point, you know that new expansions are, you know, you can get the base one, you can upgrade it to heroic, or you can get the epic one, you know, with all the bonuses and stuff. So it's legit. I think at this point we can clearly think and say Dragonflight is the new expansion. That's how it's called. Blah 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 blah. Now I would like to ask everybody who's watching this, including Mr. Flamey Boy here, can this be intentional? Are they doing this on purpose at this point? I mean, it is a major fuck up, but it kind of happened for the last, I would say, 2 expansions, and we can go into it a little bit because I don't know if you guys remember in Shadowlands we had a very similar situation on a Blizzard website once again, but it was on the store. Do you remember the Bolvar t-shirt thingy that popped up back then? There was the Bolvar picture from the cinematic, and there was a link from the Blizzard store. Nobody ever saw that Bolvar picture. It was the one with the people can see it on the screen. The one where he's holding the axe. It looked legit, but people still had doubts. And right after, it was BlizzCon 2019, and we got the cinematic, and it was like, holy shit, that was real.
Even before that, we also got like a whole bunch of pictures of, I would imagine, what the concept art for Bastion was at the time.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So we knew that it was gonna be Shadowlands. It didn't really make sense to be anything other than Shadowlands, and in this whole topic of leaks, I mean, what has this been like the 2 months, the leak season ever since this was January?
Crazy, yeah, man. It was crazy.
It was stupid. Like I just recently looked at the latest MMO Champion League. Somebody said that their aunt is from the KGB. They got some leaks on the next Blizzard expansion.
Oh shit!
So it's a little bit crazy, but in all honesty, this again doesn't surprise shouldn't, or at least shouldn't surprise you, mostly because this is what I consider to be a PR stunt. Right now, looking at how, let's say, good 9.2 is, okay, whether you like it or not, 9.2 is definitely, design-wise, a lot better than 9.1. There's a lot of changes in the Blizzard mechanism, the engine there that makes the content clearly for the better, which is a little bit weird because like we're not used to so much stuff happening that's good. So it's like, all right. But so people still are not coming back. The expansion announcement is set to be on the 19th of April.
It's 2 weeks, maybe.
2 weeks is gonna be very close, and yet still, normally in past expansions, by this point you would see an influx of players. We've seen this in 8.3 with all the criticism that BFA had. We've seen a big influx of players once we knew exactly what was gonna happen after 8.3, and yet still not really that much in 9.2. So I would definitely believe that this is intentional because they do need as much hype and awareness raised to the announcement so that that can bring in players. I mean, what person at Blizzard wouldn't want more people to play their game at the moment, even if the expansion is set to release in, I don't know, 2023.
It is suspicious. It is sus, nevertheless, because it's okay. So if they do this on purpose, right, to be as a PR stunt, okay, well, what is the purpose of doing this on? What is the main objective? What is the purpose of doing this on purpose? Am I talking sense here?
The purpose,
the
man.
objective of doing this. Okay, so first off, I would say that yes, it would generate hype and speculation and general interest for the game, right? The new expansion, whatever. But to be fair, even you can think it like this, right? It doesn't really reveal anything with the expansion. We know the name, okay, that's for sure, and we see Alex Straza there, but nothing really specific regarding the expansion. So I think it's fair to say that even if it is intentional, they're not getting out too much, right?
Yeah, well, that's the thing, right? Because I mean, let's be honest here. We've been asking for Dragon Isles for years, and after whether or not this was planned from the beginning, which I think it is, it has to be planned for like at least 2 years, maybe something like that, or at least 1 year.
Could be, yeah.
Because otherwise they wouldn't have had time to prep all of this stuff. And we all know that as soon as the X expansion launched, the work for the next one already started, even though we still don't have all the patches and content for the current one. So this is not something new. So clearly they've been working on this a while back, and seeing as how the last couple of months have been the Dragon leaks. I mean, I think there might have been 1 or 2 that weren't Dragon related leaks.
Yeah, but mostly
so
everything was Dragon.
Blizzard obviously knows about this and is like, oh, this is funny. It's actually a Dragon expansion.
I would have been falling on my chair if it wasn't.
That would have been, and if it wasn't, maybe would have known a little bit more, maybe a couple more pictures. But seeing as there's so many leaks about Dragon expansions, talking about, I don't know, Dragon Knight classes or Dragon skin for classes or whatever the fuck, clearly there's speculations about content, so they didn't really need to talk about content.
Yeah, they left it speculation.
They don't need us to know what's going to be an expansion. They need us to talk about it.
That's the purpose.
And because of all the previous leaks, there's plenty to talk about. It's like, ooh, are they doing this one thing from this leak or that other thing from the other leak? Yeah. So we don't know.
It's a situation where you could kind of see more fuck-ups within the game as well. I mean, it happened in Legion in 7.3. I don't know if you remember with the whole Kultiras textures and icons for gear and stuff. It's like, ooh, where are we going to go after Legion? Well, clearly something Kultiras related. Similar thing happened in 8.3. Again, when there was on the PTR, I remember Bolvar things with the day nights and stuff, and it was like, what the fuck is Bolvar? And the
every race can be a death knight now. That was like,
remember those things?
It had to be Shadowlands, Ice Crown related.
Yeah, it was so. It's either, I'm pretty sure there's a fuck up involved once again, but at this point, when it comes to the Blizzard website things, it's too much of a coincidence similarly with how it happened to Legion. So at least it does make you wonder, is it actually fucking on purpose? I don't mind if it's like a PR stunt, don't get me wrong.
No, that's good.
But if it isn't, then goddamn, man, they need to seriously fucking...
If it isn't, this is like some different level of incompetence, man, because this is not the first time something is leaked.
Come on. But okay, so the name is Dragonflight. Now, we don't want to ponder too much on this next topic, but we have to mention it, right? So somewhere, I think on the beginning of February, there was a leak in the season of leaks, which we talked about. On the beginning of February, we had a leak which was called Dragonflight. Now, I want to warn you, we're not going to go through all of it because there's a lot to unpack there, but that specific leak where they had a lot of shit, I mean, it's almost unreal for this to happen, right?
Yeah, it's a lot of stuff. Too much. I think it's the one of those too good to be true things.
Yeah, exactly. Because again, that was the time frame that a lot of leaks were popping out. You know, the Dragon Empire, the Return of the Dragons, Return to Dragon Isles, and there was one that was called Dragonflight. And obviously, a lot of people went back to that and started reading it up and see what the hell is going on. I mean, okay, I'm gonna give you a couple of snippets from it, and I'll leave the link in the description from the MMO Champion actual post. But here's the thing, one crazy thing. So there's gonna be a new class called Dragon Knight in that league, presumably. They will only have one tank spec, and that's it, okay? There's gonna be a Tinker class, but it will only have one damage dealer spec. So basically, the idea is here, a Minister class that is only a healer. So I would make a question here, I would throw in an idea here. What if an idea like this would be the best to go forward in terms of balancing and all of that, rather than having a class which is divided among a couple of specs, like, and we can give good examples here, like the pure DPS specs, like the warlocks and mages. What if at some point they just decide to have, you know, just the spec? Okay, it's a frost mage, it's a fire mage, it's a tinker, which is only a damage dealing ability, it's a minstrel, which is a healer only. Would that be the way to go forward in terms of like balancing it out and adding other shit? The league also talks about a chronomancer class. It's like, you know, it's very okay, we want this, but I highly doubt this is something that's going to happen. You know, skins for other classes and stuff. Dark Ranger, by the way, Dark Ranger skin class does seem to be a thing coming. I don't know if this fits for real, but it does include, this is included in the leak on MMO Champion, well, and we have a lot of data for it for 9.2.5. So
yeah, there's a lot of things going on with Dark Ranger. I think Tally made a video about it, going through.
Yeah, Tally made a very good point.
Every little text change and NPC changes as well. I'm not too sure about this one tank spec or like these mini classes.
Specs. That's it.
It would be interesting because they would have to revise their entire account view of things, especially when it comes to alts, since that means you will have even more alts and stuff like rep, and issues that we're facing right now are going to be even worse to handle, because right now you already have your main, but instead of having like one alt, you probably have 3 now, because there's like, well, you want to try the dragon, blah 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 blah. So if they do this, which I'm not opposed to, I would at least want to have pretty much everything account bound. There's no more character bound. We can have achievements like feats of strength character bound, sure, but rep account bound, currency account bound, story progression account bound.
But to that point, there's another thing, because I'm happy you raised it. There's another point in that leak, which again, it's really bonkers. You guys have to read it. But to that point, they say that the next expansion will not have a leveling experience, will be just directly end game, and no more max level. So you keep your 60 level, and that's it.
This was the interesting part.
How about them apples?
This is something that I've actually been thinking about. Is like, why do we keep having to have the level progression? Well, obviously you can come up with the argument that, you know, it has to be an RPG and you have to have a progression from A to B, that your character can grow. However, we fought cosmic beings. Like, where more are we going to grow from here? And the leveling outside of that, like outside the concept of an RPG, this poses way too many problems. The problems of scaling, the problems of number squishing, the problems of, you know, too many expansions, too many layers. It would be a very good solution to many of the issues. I would agree. So I'm pretty sure that there's at least 1 or 2 other MMOs there that when add the expansions, they don't add more levels.
I think Guild Wars is one of them. I think the mastery system from there is just, you just add and develop that, but they don't have more levels to it.
So I thought about this, and I don't see it out of the question to squish Shadowlands to be like up to level 50, just like it is with BFA, just like with this old other expansion. Put it into Chromie time, and it becomes a legacy content that you can do level 50. Maybe they can even put like we used to have, I don't know if we still have it, that level blocker dude that made you play Twinks.
Make Twinks. I don't know if it's still there.
Yeah, but they could make something like that for level 50. It's like, oh, if if you want to play legacy content, you're just
sure.
going to be squished to 50. You'll do the 50 raids and so on. That could be one thing. And this would obviously fix that issue. And it's a cool concept. I'm totally for it.
I mean, there's cool ideas in the leak. And once again, guys, after you watch the video, you can read the whole thing over there. It's bonkers. I feel some of the ideas are really cool and we can discuss more about it, but there's a lot to get into. Main course of the day is that it's official, kinda, because while Dragonflight was on the Blizzard, and also one more thing, I forgot about this.
Oh yeah.
The URL called dragonflight.blizzard.com was also SSL certified and was datamined as well. Yeah, so that is also a thing. There's nothing more official than this. It will be Dragonflight.
As official as an unofficial source of information can be, I suppose.
that was a result of somebody either fucking it up or being part of a massive
that I can
grandiose
see
plan.
as a potential fuck up. Although at this point, with all of the leaks happening in the last couple of months, they maybe squeezed this in a little bit more to give us more, to give it more credibility. So I wouldn't be surprised if this was intentional as well.
But are you excited? It's dragons, man. It's dragons. There's Alex Truss in there. There's a big ass dragon behind her. It's there. It's gonna be
Finally,
something.
Let's get more dragons.
Yeah.
Something better than Cataclysm, I hope.
Oh, for sure. And probably we're gonna go to the Dragon Isles because of this. And again, something that people ask. But really, let us know in the comments, what do you think about this? And also make sure to read the MMO Champion League that was about the Dragonflight title. Once again, this was at the beginning of February, so nobody had no clue about all that was to come, right? Check it out. Let us know in the comments, and remember to also like the video.
Hit the thumbs up.
Yeah, and thumbs up for our Patreon, man, because you know they support this. They support these kinds of videos, the Class Guys, TLFs, the podcast, all of that, all of this beautiful content that we do here. We cannot do it without the Patreons.
Couldn't do it. And if you like our content and you want to see more of this kind of stuff that we can cover, check the link down below. Click it. See the Patreon page. There's a bunch of tiers with a bunch of goodies that you might like. So see it, and you'll be supporting us, and that's pretty cool because we really love you.
Yeah, we see it, look at it, you know, watch it, observe it. Thank you very much for watching the video. See what I did there? Have a great day. We'll catch you on Friday with the brand new TLF. It's gonna be Melees in Mythic Plus, and boy, is there things to talk about. Bye!
I've been loving it then, I still love it now. Still, I play WoW. Still, I play WoW. Getting better every day, let me show you how. Cause still, I play WoW. Still, I play WoW. It's getting harder to stay, but at the end of the day, it's a guilty pleasure, so just log in and play. Whether it's classic or retail, I'ma do a /bow. Still, I play WoW.